Hello! Today we continue our little interregnum series here on different spirits. And today I kind of want to talk a little bit about online retailers. We love them. And also another defunct distillery you might want to think about stocking up on before stuff goes down. Online retailers. So here's the question. Assuming the worst case, importers, official importers here in the U.S. get slapped with tariffs of, I don't know, pick your own number out of a hat. What about our beloved online retailers? Are those going to be able to offer kind of lower prices that we can use to get the stuff we're interested in? I don't know. I maintain some hope that the fine folks at Customs will be too busy putting out the thousands of other fires that are gonna start happening to start chasing down glassware. But I honestly don't know. It could be a lifeline. It could be just suddenly people start losing packages and stuff. I don't know what happens. Yeah, if again, I just want to say, if you've had stuff on the wish list, now might be the time. All right, but today I want to talk about a interesting and defunct distillery, 10 Cane. 10 Cane was a collaboration between LVMH, so the Hennessy folks basically, and Angostura distillery, so Trinidad Distillers. It was a distillery built in 2003 to make a lighter style of pot still rum. Interestingly, it was about a quarter of cane juice, or 3/4 cane juice, I'm sorry, and a quarter molasses, so it was kind of an interesting blend. And then, they just closed it down when it wasn't making the money they were looking at. This is an independent bottling, and there's a fair number of these out there. This is Rum Artesanal. I bought a couple of Rum Artesanals because the pricing was very, very good. And there was just a bunch of stuff I wanted to try out. This is a 500 milliliter bottle. But this 10 Cane, I think it's named that because it's something like 10 canes worth of juice goes into every bottle. That was the marketing gimmick. This 10 Cane needs a sparring partner. So what are we looking for? We're looking for old. This is a 14-year-old. On the older side, we're looking for pot distilled, but lighter pot distilled. We're not throwing some Jamaican monster against this thing. We're going on the lighter side. So what I'm going to propose is this. Barbados Main Mount Gay. This is an independent bottling of pot still Mount Gay, sourced from Maine. The big, so you got Sheer, which is the unaged big rum broker in Europe. Then you got Maine, which is Sheer, but it's the aged side of Sheer. And this is a 22-year-old. But that main thing indicates this was all aged in Europe. It was probably all shipped over there in a tote. Whereas this 10 Cane, judging by the color, and there's not a lot of information on this, I'm guessing a good portion of this thing's life was spent in warmer climates. So what do we got here? We got Trinidad versus Barbados. We got 3/4 cane juice versus all molasses. But both pots still. Fun little matchup. Let's go. I'm just going to go up in order of age. We're going to start with the 10 Cane. Also, both of these are artisanal, cool German bottler. This is cask number 257, distilled May 2008, bottled October 2022. That's about all the information there is on this. 58.2% alcohol, which is enough. And the color is dark. Look at that. All right, what do we got? Ooh. Initial impression is like, I was going to say spice cake, but it's more like almost like a Christmas fruitcake thing. So there's a spicy side to this. There's like some cinnamon, pepper, even a little bit of a cayenne thing, but that's intermingling with tons and tons of dried fruit. You kind of come to this without knowing. You might think this is French oak, but it isn't French oak. Prunes, figs, like dried orange, candied orange, dried cherry, a little bit of pineapple coming through as well. Tree bark, just like pull some bark off of a tree, slightly aromatic, but still very kind of grungy. In some ways, this reminds me of the Asodiers I had from Reunion, I think last year sometime. We're sort of in that territory. There's a lot of oak on this, but the distillate under that oak is on the more aromatic, spicy, floral side of things. There's some lime peel, fennel, something herbal. It's not mint. I'm going to say basil, maybe. It's in that family. I want to say coffee, but it isn't real. What is? It's almost like the tin of like instant coffee powder. You just that kind of smell. Just a whiff of it. Tea, overstewed Darjeeling. A little like ginger powder. A little bit of like a rose water Turkish delight thing as well. And something grungy, just like clumps of like dirt and rocks. So you just pull, clumps of earthy. Here's a shocker. There's not at any point did barley or a sherry cask touch this, but I could see Macallan fans getting into this. It's got kind of that vibe, that kind of slightly floral thing on top of all the dried fruit. That's not what I was expecting. But like it reminds me of a sautier, but like a more kind of balanced, contained version of a sautier. On the palate, it was going to be woody, and it is woody, but we're not getting out of balance. It's keeping it under control. It's good. Again, the main character here is like a spicy fruitcake kind of thing. So I'm not sure if anyone but me has ever tried adding cayenne to a fruitcake. I've done that. People liked it. But yeah, there's something like that. So prunes, figs, candied orange, all that stuff from before, pineapple, cherry, cinnamon, maybe a little cardamom as well, ginger, and the cayenne. Very woody, like overstewed English breakfast tea. Ooh, tobacco. Black Cavendish tobacco, like really, like burned, not burned, but like black sweetie style tobacco. Orange peel, lime peel, both. Fennel again. Actually, it is peppermint this time. So like peppermint leaves. But there's more leafiness to this. There's like almost like a leafy fern thing. That tree bark thing. Touch of rose water, some coffee grinds. That kind of like earthy dirt and rocks kind of thing. Pretty good mouth presence. I mean, for a 14-year-old, it was going to be a little bit short in the mouth, a little bit short in the length. Most of what's happening is happening in the front of my molders. It's heading back a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, I dig this. It's it it reminds me of a cross between an old lighter style molasses based rum and like an older heavily woody cane juice based rum. That's what it is, and that's kind of what it tastes like. Let's give this some water. See how it reacts. Trying not to elbow the Mount Gay off the table. I'll do one more. All right, moving on to the BMMG, again, which is the code for pot still Mount Gay that's gone to Maine. And this is a 22-year-old distilled July 2000. So back in the Clinton era, geez, and bottled July 2022. Cask 84, 56.5% alcohol, and yeah, pot distilled. No other information to be found. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Lighter in color though, which makes sense. It's aging in Europe. We're not that far away, like stylistically. This is also very wood driven, and really, it's just like textbook light molasses based pot still rum. That is the style, and it's nailing it. So like pineapple upside down cake. But there's a mustiness to this too. There's a little bit of like an old coffee grinds thing. We're on tobacco again, but it's almost like a fresher Virginia style now. Like vanilla wafers, some black licorice, black olives. Not a whole lot of olive, but it's in there. Lane cake. I know, like, this is all southerner stuff, right? That's where I come from. That's my flavor point of reference. But lane cake, if you have a lot of rum, you need to try some lane cake because you will find it in rum all the time. It's just there. Lane cake. Look it up. There's some. It's actually more floral than the Tane Cane was. There's a lot of like floral potpourri stuff, like air freshener stuff. Sweet tea, cream soda. Also a little bit leafy, but it's more like a eucalyptus kind of thing. What is that? Something like an essential oils kind of thing, like lemon oil maybe. Some nuts, like macadamia nuts. I mean, very, very, very Barbados. This is not funky. This is not, high ester monstrosity. This is a very, very clean, aromatic, floral pot still rum with a big old slathery layer of oak on top of it. And it's lovely on the palate. Ooh. This is fun. This is a fun competition. These two. Yeah, this is fun. This is a good head-to-head. You would think this being older would have more of a wood presence, but it really doesn't. I mean, if anything, I mean, they're very close in terms of how like just in terms of the style. They both have really good mouthfeel, really good finish. They're a little bit short in the mouth. Again, this is mostly in the front. But let me try that again. Try it again, see if that fixes itself on the second sip. Yeah, just textbook light pot distilled rum. Lane cake, pineapple cake, sweet tea, strong ass southern sweet tea. Just wheel out the entire southern dessert cart. A little bit of banana peel in there. Espresso. Virginia tobaccos again. Lighter ones, like bright leafy stuff. Salted licorice. A lot of the stuff from the nose, honestly. Floral stuff, potpourri, some almonds, macadamia, cream soda. Essential oils again, but there's more in there beyond the lemon oil. What are those? Essential oils. Let's go with that. Vanilla something. Vanilla ice. Just lots of vanilla. I was going to say vanilla ice cream, but no, it's more like, it's just like you're tasting cooperage. That's really what comes across. Orange candy, lemon peel. Good mouth presence. These are both getting in deep into the 80s somewhere. Don't know if they can go higher than that, but yeah, these are nice. And again, not badly priced. It's worth looking at. Rum Artesanal seems to have a reputation for bringing out slightly weirder, off-profile stuff, but the price is right. 2, 3, 4. That might be enough. Let's go 4.5. Ooh. That got a bit heftier. All right, back to the 10 cane. Here we go. Ooh. What? There's like a meaty note coming out now. There's a distinct, like almost like a beef jerky kind of thing coming through, and I don't think it's a flaw. It's almost something about this reminds me. It's been a couple of years, but I've had a few like Shiraz-based dessert wines before. There's a little bit of that vibe in here, like late harvest Shiraz that gets a little bit of beef jerky thing, like a smoky meat thing going on. It's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not super duper prominent in the profile, but it's still mostly like, fruit cakey, spicy, Macallan-y stuff. But I swear it's there. Something like burned and savory, maybe like a blood sausage or something. What is that? Anyway, I'm not mad. I'm kind of delighted by it. On the palate, I mean, it doesn't really develop, but it doesn't not develop. It turns into like a really nice tannic root beer or something. I'm trying to say. There are days when sometimes I wish I had like the unwatered down glass right next to me so I could compare directly. This is one of those days. It feels like the mouth presence stepped up a little bit. It's not even a half step. It's like just a little tenth of a step. A micro step. Just a little step up in the mouthfeel. Yeah, I dig this. I mean, it does remind me of like just a better, more balanced version of the Esotiers I tried whenever I tried them. If you took the cane juice version and the molasses-based version of the Esotiers and kind of blended them, I think that's kind of what this would taste like. And I'm sort of digging it, and it's not badly priced. And distillery's gone, so they're not making any more of this. I'm going to give this 88 points. 88 points, I like it. But will it do better than the Mount Gay? On the nose. By the way, where I was looking, prices on these bad boys were actually pretty close. So don't think it's like unfair to compare the 22-year-old with the 14-year-old. This is actually really, really aggressively priced for the age. On the Mount Gay, I mean, no real change in the nose. It was lovely before. It's lovely now. Yeah, no, maybe there's like a little bit of like a lemon tea thing coming in. You know, like you're feeling a little stuffy and you make some tea for yourself and you put a big old slice of lemon in there. There's a little bit of that going on. On the palate. Mouth presence fills out more. Now this is getting further back into my throat. It's holding on. Not like it wasn't holding on pretty well before, but now it's holding on a little bit better. It's really coating the entire mouth now. And sometimes that's the game. Like it's, in terms of how hard they go, how well they show up with what they got, in terms of balance, in terms of complexity, I'd say these are both on par. This is just attacking the mouth a little bit better. $88 plus? No, I'll give this 89. 89 points for the Rum Artesanal. What is this called again? BMMG. I like it a lot. It's if you dig this style, don't go looking for Jamaica here, but also don't go looking for Foursquare here. It's kind of its own thing. And if you dig this style, well worth a grab. But the 10 cane, also kind of worth a grab. 88 points. I like both of these. Really fun head-to-head. The same but different. Thanks for watching, and cheers.